Okay, I'm just checking everything out here, guys. I'm making sure we're good to go. There we go. There's Instagram. Okay, we're going live. Let me try rearranging my camera here. Okay, all right. Let me just look at YouTube really quickly. Okay, YouTube says I'm good, except my camera's pointing at the ceiling. Let's try that. Okay, let me just check Insta. Okay, and let me check Facebook really quick. Okay, all right, we are good. I'm gonna put my screen I like back on. All right. I don't know about anybody else. It's been kind of a crazy week for me. I'm glad it's Friday. I'm looking forward to a peaceful weekend and a good week ahead. Allergy season, what can I say? Hopefully the allergy cough won't come out today, but it kind of feels like it might. So if it does, please don't panic. I forgot my allergy pill last night, so I'm paying for it a little bit today. But so far, it's not too bad. So we're just gonna cross our fingers and hope that it stays that way a little longer. Okay, it's been kind of a wonky week, but we made it to Friday nonetheless, and we have a big, bright, beautiful weekend creeping around the corner, and we have a good week ahead next week. Um, so we're going to be glad for all of those things. Okay, travel. One of the questions I get all the time: how far out do I need to book my trip? I can tell you the average is 6 months. So we're sitting here in November. That puts us past spring break or maybe at spring break, depending. I know spring break is not a certain set of dates. It depends on your school district or your college but it puts us in late April, early May. So that covers graduation trips are creeping up if you're planning one of those or thinking about it. Um, there's a lot of May weddings, so that's also going to include your time frame for your bachelor party, your bachelorette party. If you're like doing a weekend cruise on Virgin Voyages or doing a weekend at a resort, um, all that stuff should be very easy to book. If you want to spend spring break in Disney World, Disneyland, Universal, um, or anywhere else, you're close enough that you can book those. If you want something very specific, I want a 3 bedroom villa at the Polynesian during this week. Book that, let your travel professional know, book that as soon as those dates open up because there aren't many of those and you don't want to miss out. Um, if there's a certain event that you know you do every year, book your trip, your hotel, and stuff as soon as the dates are announced. If you always do the January Run Disney event, if there's a festival 3 towns over that you always go to every year, if you need to book hotels, rental cars, any of, shuttles, stroller rentals, wheelchair rentals, any of that, book it as soon as you have your dates so that you don't miss out. Um, okay, so now that we've talked about when you should book, of course, you can always look for a deal, see what's available, closer to your trip. If suddenly, you win, $1,000 on a lotto scratch off and you want to go off for a weekend and, get away for a bit since you've got this extra money, you can do that. But you're going to have to be a little more flexible. So if there's something specific you want, book it as soon as it becomes available. Now, having said that, let's talk about some of the cool stuff that's coming up. As usual, I have my phone as my teleprompter. Um, Let me just get my teleprompt open here. Okay, this is not what I wanted. Let me go to this. Okay, all right, so we're going to start in the water today with the Disney Treasure. We usually start at the parks, but we're going to go cruises first because the Disney Treasure has been testing their horn as it travels across the Atlantic. Um, there are 7 different unique horn sounds. Most of them are tied to something aboard the ship. I hear there's also a special holiday noise or two. But as you know, if you know the cruise ships and the cruise industry, Disney is unique for its horn sounds. So I won't say too much more because I don't want to ruin it for anybody. Especially if you were lucky, you're going on one of the first sailings. But maybe we'll talk about it at a later date, so that I don't. Hopefully, I've just piqued your interest. I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but I think it's really cool that the treasure is on its way and it will be sailing with passengers soon. It's been really cool to watch it from start to finish in the different various videos. And one of my fellow travel agents actually toured the shipyard when it was in dry dock being built. That must be really, really cool. Um, so we started with the treasure. All right, let's go Viking. They still have their reduced airfare, reduced deposits, and onboard credits for cruises through 2027. So if you're interested in cruising with them, and remember they do river, they do ocean, they do expedition. You can go to Antarctica and help the scientists. And if you do an expedition, all the special, any and all the special equipment you might need for your voyage rides in the cargo hold of the ship. So it's all there, it's all on board, it's all ready for you. Um, I had a friend that did Viking, not last summer, the summer before, and she said it was really, really cool. She liked the smaller size of the ship. She said the staff on board was awesome. The food was really good. She had a really good time. So if you're on the fence, let's talk about it. Don't forget, Virgin also has some of those $99 a night deals still floating about. See what I did there? Okay, yeah, I know. I'm tired. It's been a long week. I'm a little punchy today. Sorry. Bear with me. I didn't want to miss you guys though, because this is one of the highlights of my week. Okay, moving on to land, let's talk Disneyland. Holidays at Disneyland start November 15th. They run through January 6th, and they have some really cool offerings. Um, in California Adventure, they have Mirabella's Gift of the Season. They also have the Navidad Street Party, Holiday Fun with Santa and Friends at the Fantasyland Theater. There's a holiday dance party at the Tomorrowland Terrace. Of course, we switch parks now. We're in Disneyland. And then for nighttime shows, there is a holiday, Believe in Holiday Magic in Disneyland, and World of Color Season of Light is going to be your offering in California Adventure. I have not done Disneyland for the holidays yet. It's on my bucket list. I think I'm going to have to wait till my travel buddy graduates from college to get out there, because it's a lot more travel time for me, being where I am. But I'm optimistic that I will get there. So fingers crossed that happens, because I would love to tell you guys more about it from actually, like being there live in person. Um, let's see. Oh, I don't have any Disney World news that's new this week. Okay. So now that I've given you all the travel updates, what do you do if you're traveling for the holidays? The airports are crowded, the lines are longer, um, the planes and trains are fuller, the highways are more crowded, but it's also such a magical time. How do you balance those two? I can tell you what I do. I try to pack an extra dose of patience, and I just kind of try to soak in the magic of the season. Everywhere you go, it's decorated. There's music, there's lights, there's trees, there's all kinds of decorations. I know we don't just celebrate Christmas, but I know there are other holidays. I don't want to disregard any of those others, Hanukkah or Diwali or there's another one I'm not thinking of, EID. and I forget what that stands for. But there's just something about the holiday season and the feel of it. Um, because while there's annoyance because the line is longer, or it takes you an extra 20 minutes of baggage claim because the flight of all 300 people was full, um, all that stuff. But there's also just the magic of being out and about at the holidays, at being in different places, or being in your favorite place. And I knew that cough was going to creep in, and doing new things. And it doesn't, you don't have to fly, you don't have to take the train, you don't have to drive, you can stay local. Just about every town has some kind of light show, some kind of Christmas tree lighting, um, something like that you can do. Don't forget we have all those the holiday bazaars are coming up. That's a great way to spend some time and shop local, shop small, support local businesses. I'm also a small business, local business, so I would be more than happy to help you plan a trip and you could support me. But I also think you should support people in your community and anybody you can. And that makes the holiday happier for everybody. So, what do I like most about the holidays when I go to Disney World? I love seeing the trees. I love the gingerbread displays. I love the holiday menu. There's always peppermint ice cream somewhere. And there is almost always gingerbread somewhere. There's usually a holiday beignet. I'm looking forward to having those again this year. I don't know what the holiday flavor is yet, but they are definitely on my want to eat while I'm there list. And there's something magical, and I guess it's because I travel with my son and it's become a tradition. But there's just something magical about doing it, even though we go every year. It's still just something about it, and if you've traveled at the holidays, you know what I'm feeling. It's just different, and it's like extra special. It's like there's extra glitter on the decorations, or extra sprinkles on the cupcakes, or it's just like up a notch. So if you want to experience that, I can try to find you something for this year. If you want to do, for example, the Christmas markets of Europe, this is a good time to start looking at next year. Remember, you can do that as a cruise with Viking, or I can also get you into a Globus tour group to do it if if you'd rather just do it through a bus tour. So there are always options. There are always things we can figure out. If you're traveling with younger or older, people in your group, if you're making it a family thing, I can help you with that. I'm well aware of some of the challenges that come with traveling with younger and older people in your group, and some of the things we can do to adjust and make sure it's magical for everybody. So, don't let those concerns stop you. At least, get in touch with me. Let's chat about it. Let's email back and forth. Let's see what we can do about them. So, on that up note, I'm going to leave you for this week. I will see you next Friday at 4, and I hope everybody has a magical weekend and a fabulous week ahead. See you next week. Bye.